The Australian Open is rolling out the red carpet in a bold attempt to attract pop icon Taylor-Swift and NFL star Travis Kelce to this year's tournament.
The Kelce-Swift universe is moving like it's got Wi-Fi and zero chill. First up, Travis Kelce is reportedly in talks to join Netflix, possibly swapping touchdowns for talking head greatness. And then, Tennis Australia goes full shoot your shot and tries to get Taylor and Travis courtside at the Australian Open. After that, Donna Kelce hits the Traitors and somehow the whole castle keeps name-dropping Taylor and Travis like it's a group project.
When you get to a certain part in your life and your kids are starting their own families, it's so important to reinvent yourself, do the things you've always dreamt of.
Next, Taylor casually shows up to a wedding in a gold sequin gown and steals the spotlight like it's her side quest. And finally, the Chiefs miss the playoffs but still dominate TV ratings, while a Stranger Things star snatches Taylor's Spotify crown. Travis Kelce might be trading helmet hair for Netflix lighting. Word is, the 36-year-old NFL superstar is in talks to join the streaming giant as their exclusive broadcast sports correspondent, which is basically a fancy way of saying, Travis, please come narrate sports chaos for us with your charisma set to max. The conversations are real, the interest is serious, and Netflix is apparently ready to give him that main character energy role where he pops up at big games, interviews players, and delivers the kind of commentary that feels less like a lecture and more like your funniest friend breaking down what just happened. And here's where it gets extra spicy. Sources also claim Travis has been chatting with his team about the big R-word, retirement. Yup, there's talk he might not suit up next season.
I got so much love for this team, this organization, and the people here. So I'll spend some time with them, go through exit meetings tomorrow, and get close to the family and figure things out.
The timing isn't random either. The Chiefs have had a season that, let's just say, didn't exactly scream dynasty highlight reel. People close to the situation believe the underwhelming run has put his future under the microscope, and now everyone's watching Kelce like it's the final episode of a sports doc. That said, Travis hasn't exactly been acting like a guy ready to hang it up. He had previously made it clear he still felt like he had plenty left in the tank and a whole lot left to prove. Even after that brutal 2025 Super Bowl loss, when retirement briefly crossed his mind, he still seemed fired up. Hurt, sure, but not done. The vibe was very I'm mad, but in a watch-me-cook way.
Honestly, I've been just focused on trying to win football games, man. I'll let that be a decision that I make with my family, friends, the Chiefs organization, when the time comes.
Meanwhile, big bro Jason Kelce, who officially called it quits in 2024, is basically playing the role of the wise older sibling who's been there, done that, and doesn't want Travis making a snap decision. Jason's been nudging him to step away from the game for a bit before deciding, enjoy these final games with his teammates and coaches, and let the answer come naturally instead of forcing it.
I think you have, in my opinion, to nail that decision, you got to step away from the game for a little bit. Play these last 3 games, enjoy them with your teammates, enjoy them with your coaches. You know, the team's going to be different no matter whether you come back or not next year. So enjoy these last 3 games. I think you have, in my opinion, to nail that decision, you got to step away from the game for a little bit.
So while Travis is busy figuring out whether he's swapping the gridiron for Netflix glow-up mode, Tennis Australia is sliding into the DMs like the boldest friend in the group chat, trying to lure him and Taylor to the 2026 Australian Open. Insiders say Tennis Australia has gone full shoot your shot and sent an open invite to the world's biggest pop star and her NFL fiancé ahead of the Melbourne tournament kicking off on January 12th. And honestly, the confidence is kind of inspiring. Imagine having the audacity to casually invite 2 of the most scheduled human beings alive to hop on a plane to Australia like it's a quick coffee run.
The Australian Open is rolling out the red carpet in a bold attempt to attract pop icon Taylor-Swift and NFL star Travis Kelce to this year's tournament.
The organizers spotted what they think is a tiny opening in Travis's calendar, and they're trying to wedge a little courtside glamour into it. Apparently, the logic is simple. If Travis isn't locked into playoff chaos, why not pull up to Melbourne Park, sip something overpriced, and pretend you totally understand tennis scoring like the rest of us? It's basically a VIP holiday pitch disguised as a sports invitation, and who wouldn't be tempted by sunshine, celebrities, and the chance to sit somewhere so fancy your seat probably has better Wi-Fi than your house? And let's be real, it wouldn't even be their first time doing the tennis couple thing. Taylor and Travis have already been spotted at a major tennis event before, showing up at the 2024 U.S. Open like they own the place, serving cute, loved-up energy, and even throwing in some dancing in the stands. So the idea of them popping up in Australia isn't totally wild, just wildly ambitious, considering Taylor's schedule is basically a military operation and Travis's life is currently giving Career Crossroads Deluxe Edition. Even if the dream TNT sighting doesn't happen, sources say the Australian Open is still a certified celebrity safari every year, with courtside seats acting like a magnet for famous faces. The regulars reportedly include Aussie screen legend Eric Bana, who seems to treat the Open like his personal annual tradition, plus Deborah Lee Furness, who has popped up at the event plenty of times. And then there's Liam Hemsworth, who turned up stylishly last year with Gabriella Brooks, so fashion watchers are already preparing their binoculars. And now the Kelce-Swift universe is also invading reality TV like it's a Marvel crossover nobody asked for, but everyone's definitely watching. While the internet keeps obsessing over Taylor and Travis, it turns out the real chaos gremlin quietly entering the chat is Donna Kelce, Travis's mom, America's sweetheart, the woman who apparently walked into the Traitors' Scottish castle and immediately had everyone acting like they'd seen a ghost, with a billion Swifties behind it. Season 4 drops Donna into this whole mafia-style reality game where people lie, scheme, and get murdered for prize money, and she's treating it like a casual Tuesday. Donna showed up buzzing about being on the show, explaining that her sons Jason and Travis were fully hyped, with Jason basically being the one who got her hooked in the first place. Apparently, the Kelce boys binged the show during playoffs like normal humans, and Donna was like, wait, I can reinvent myself and go to Scotland? Say less.
Jason is the one that got me involved. We just literally one weekend during playoffs, we binged it. It was great.
Honestly wholesome, but also slightly terrifying, because Donna then reportedly leaned into the idea that she could be ruthless, basically hinting she's ready to do the dirty work if needed. Like, you bring snacks to tailgates, why are you talking like a Bond villain now? And here's the spicy bit. Donna actually ends up being picked as a secret traitor. Yep, Mama Kelce was allegedly in her deception era. But the wild part is nobody wanted to even look at her suspiciously because the cast was terrified of Swifties. Multiple players were openly stressed about the possibility of being the person who takes Donna out, like it wasn't a game show anymore, but an online survival challenge. One contestant, Dorinda Medley, reportedly made it clear she wasn't going to murder Donna because, in her mind, the Swifties would come for blood. She even stayed nervous later, with sources saying she basically admitted the Swiftie factor freaked her out.
I am not going up against her. Those Swifties will ruin my life. I am not going to go up against her because those Swifties, they are powerful.
Now, Taylor is proving the Swiftie apocalypse isn't the only thing people should fear. It's also her wedding guest wardrobe. Taylor pulled up to her friend Esty Hames' New Year's Eve wedding in California wearing a gold sequin Rabanne gown that basically screamed, "I'm not here to blend in, I'm here to sparkle like a disco ball with feelings." And look, there's the unspoken rule that you don't upstage the bride. But Taylor's outfit didn't just bend that rule. It did a full backflip off it. Apparently, the dress is a floor-length, glittery masterpiece with spaghetti straps and a neckline so dramatic it deserves its own agent. And yes, it's the kind of gown that makes people forget there's a ceremony happening because everyone's just staring like, wait, is this a reception or the Eras Tour Bridal Edition? Taylor reportedly kept it classy with matching gold vibes, a shawl, a sleek low bun, the whole effortlessly rich fairy godmother aesthetic. The guest list was stacked too, with Stevie Nicks also spotted, which sent fans into full meltdown mode, like two generations of iconic energy just casually sharing wedding cake. And on social media, pure chaos. Fans were openly declaring Taylor looked better than the bride, while others were basically begging to steal the dress, their phone, and maybe the entire outfit budget. And now it turns out the Taylor Swift effect isn't just sparkles and Swifties, it's also straight-up TV domination. The Kansas City Chiefs had a rough one on the field this season, finishing 6-11 and missing the playoffs. Yet somehow they still stayed booked and busy on everybody's screens like the NFL's favorite reality show. Kansas City was the most watched team anyway, because Patrick Mahomes is basically a human highlight reel, and Travis Kelce remains the kind of star who can make even a random matchup feel like an event. New viewership numbers reportedly show the league's ratings jumped about 10% from 2024, averaging around 18.7 million viewers per game, and get this, 4 of the 5 most watched games involved the Chiefs. Even when they were losing, America was still tuning in like, I don't care who wins, I just want the drama. The biggest TV feast was Thanksgiving. Chiefs versus Cowboys pulled a ridiculous 57.3 million viewers, with Dallas winning 31-28. And Kansas City kept showing up in the top list too. A Super Bowl rematch with the Eagles, a road game versus the Bills, and even a loss to the Broncos still pulled monster numbers. And now Taylor's chart crown is catching some smoke too, because a Stranger Things dude just pulled off a plot twist worthy of the Upside Down. Taylor's song, The Fate of Ophelia, sat comfy at the top of Spotify's global chart for 78 straight days, basically squatting there like it paid rent, until Joe Keery swooped in and snatched the throne. Yep, Steve Harrington himself is apparently the new Spotify boss, thanks to his track End of the Beginning. Sources claim most people didn't even know Joe had a music career because he performs under the name D-Joe, like he's running an undercover pop operation. But after the Stranger Things finale dropped on New Year's Eve, the song went turbo viral and climbed to #1 like it had a teleportation device. And it's not even new. The track actually came out in 2022, then started bubbling again on TikTok in 2024, and kept gaining heat when Season 5 arrived late 2025, eventually pulling around 6.5 million streams and kicking Taylor off the top spot. That's all for this video, folks. We'll see you next time.